Hello, Exiles. This is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and welcome to my first start for practicing for my League starter for Harvest League. I'm just going to be playing on standard solo self-found. I'm going to be leveling a Marauder, which is not a class I'm super familiar with leveling from scratch. Usually I have leveling gear because I very seldomly League started with a Marauder. And I will be trying to start getting a staff. So my intention here is to play a Tectonic Slam staff chieftain. So that's my overall intention. And I'm going to try to start using a staff and do some big beefy two-handed slamming as soon as possible. I don't know for sure this is going to be my league starter, but I think it probably will since they're buffing both Tectonic Slam and two-handed weapons. Hopefully that includes staffs. So, staffer trainer. Just give it a simple name. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. See what we can do to, well, first things first, loot filter needs to be changed to a very light loot filter. But I'm not going to be playing on Delirium. I don't want to have to do Delirium. So I'm going to take things nice and slow since this is, you know, just kind of training and figuring out what skills I'm going to take, that kind of thing. And we're just going to see what we can make happen. See what tweaks we need to do. I'll probably run this character up through the end of Act 10 a few different times over the course of the next 2 weeks in order to see, unless I change my mind about what I want to league start with, but it's looking pretty likely. So far, the only new skills we've seen are the new brands. I'm not a huge brand guy myself, so probably not going to go brands, but it is a possibility. But yeah, we're going to do everything straight out of the inventory, kind of as if it's a league start. And we do some pretty beefy damage. We got a nice stun on Hillock there. Not super used to stunning Hillock. Heavy strike. Not too bad. Definitely not going to be using it for long though. Probably going to use ground slam. So here we would pick all this up. We would probably switch straight to the Driftwood Maul, except for we would need the links first. And we'd probably want to switch over. I want to get over to a staff as soon as possible, even though honestly we're not going to get any staff specific items for quite a long time. But just to get used to it. So we're going to start off with ground slam. We're going to go ahead and sell everything except the Maul here. Get our extra wisdom scroll. We're going to click off of this. We're going to type in move. We're going to go ahead and copy that so we can look for move speed boots. A lot of people just put NN because it's a bit faster for runners. But this allows us to keep looking for them later. Hey, how's it going, OJ? Yeah. Thanks for stopping in, dude. So we're just going to throw in ground slam for now. We didn't really hit anything. One of the things we can do, I want to make sure ground slam's what we want. I think we're going to use ground slam into earthquake. We'll see. We'll see what we get. But that seems to be the case. We'll switch as soon as we have another at least 2 red socket. We'll switch over to this Driftwood Maul, and we'll switch over to a staff as soon as we can as well. But yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of I'm not used to leveling a Marauder, so I thought I could use some practice. I probably am going to be league starting a chieftain. I'm not, you know, it's not locked in. There's still a lot of new stuff to come out, but with both Tectonic Slam getting a buff and two-handed weapons getting a buff, I want to do a staff Tectonic Slam chieftain is my intention. So I don't know if you have any idea of what you want to league start this league. Newbie, watch tons of videos, help you with POE. Hey, thanks, dude. I'm glad I could be of help. It's always nice to hear things like that. Really makes me feel good, makes this all worth doing. But yeah, I'm glad you could stop in live. If you have any questions, I'm always here to help, and I'm thinking that there's still an active Discord link if you want to join our Discord channel. There's a lot of helpful people there as well. So that is also something you can consider doing if you're a newer player, and lots of people are willing to answer questions or help you out. You know, just generally speaking. What would you use for your single target ability versus bosses? Well, I could either just do a conk effect swap in is one thing I could do, and the other thing I could do is I could use Molten Strike. Molten Strike might be worthwhile. It still has the fire conversion, certainly has a little bit better single target. So yeah, I could either do a gem swap for conk effect, or I could do a Molten Strike. Molten Strike I would have to do maybe in like pseudo 5 link, or I guess since we're using staffs we could just run 2 6 links. So that is a possibility. I'll have to mess around with the two once I get one of these characters to endgame. I could just respec one of my other characters and test that out. But yeah, Molten Strike in my experience has pretty good. I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way to get to the, here we are. The other way would have been a little faster. I didn't pay attention to what direction my character was facing when I came in. Got a blacksmith's whetstone, always good. I haven't noticed any double red sockets just yet. But yeah, ground slam single target is not particularly good, even at very close range where you get a bonus. But I guess we're just using a regular setup here. We would take this, and then the blue ones, of course, and you would character select. Gonna be a little slow. Not sure what you want to run. First league start. I tried playing years ago and gave up. Time around, it took me time, did my research, and it's been amazing. Awesome, dude. Yeah, definitely Path of Exile is a game that really rewards that kind of... I think we'll want to take Onslaught. Get this set up. We would sell this stuff. Probably sell Heavy Strike. Not going to be using that more than likely. We once again, since we've leveled up, want to check the vendor. Vendor, we just Control V since we already have move put in there. I could also check for multi-red. This is 1, so we can do this, and then ID this. It's still better, so we're going to take it. It's not very good. And then, of course, we can sell this stuff, get more of these. Since we have so many wisdoms, since we got the whetstone, we definitely want to buy an iron ring to start off with. Oh yeah, and also another thing you can do, since I have in this case 3 small life flasks, sell those for a medium life flask. And I'll probably be going down through the life here, picking this up. Archbrand for next league. Oh yeah, Archbrand. Oh, until yesterday. So were you not, or were you less interested after the manifesto that explained kind of how the brands were working? I kind of like the Cold Dot brand. I think that one looks cool. A little bit of a different take on Cold Brand. Now it seems like it's not AoE to begin with. It's only single target, whatever it's attached to, and then once it expires or is moved, it becomes AoE. So that's a little bit of a different take on brands, but it does sound interesting. And it sounds like you could intentionally lower the duration, but that sounds kind of weak too. I don't know. There might be some way to abuse that though. Go ahead and pick this up. I'll take the Coral Amulet. I'll take the Greaves for now, just for a little extra armor. Can look for an Essence or something to possibly craft movement speed boots. Take down the blue pack. Our damage is okay. It's not the best. We would want to be doing the... Okay, there's our first branch. This is 9 to 19, so it's more damage. And it's just as fast of attack speed, so we are going to pick that up. We'll hold on to this for now. Not really using the Onslaught. Might have even been worth taking the chance to bleed. But yeah. Oop. this is the wrong area. I see it right up here. Only half paying attention here. We would want War Banner is what we'll probably grab. So I believe we get War Banner from here. Hey, how's it going, Tariq? What's up? Not too much. Just practicing a little bit for the harvest. I think before I bother going back, because everything here is a one-shot anyway, like mostly when you go through this area, you primarily just kill the grouped up squids. They're worth a decent amount of experience. There's a lot of them. I'm not running into them now. And of course blue packs as well. We want to make sure we're killing the blue packs. And blue packs of squids even better. Right. Oh, got a little surrounded here. Oh yeah, another reason to potentially go back right away, we're frozen and stuck, is to get dash, so we don't get stuck behind things like this. Dash is pretty nice. Okay, another blue pack, take that out. Looking for the... Alright, looks like the skill point quest is going to be over here, which is a little weird. It's normally north or south. I know they change layouts frequently though, but it's usually like, I guess it's just kind of off from where the bridge is. So the bridge, this might be a dead end, but this also might be the way up to the bridge. Here's the bridge, I think. No. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh. Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird layout. Hey, how's it going, Jumbo Jet? Whoa. My greeting got me a little bit stuck here. Alright, so we'll take the knockback shrine here. Should probably also be picking up mana flasks. Maybe not at the expense of getting stuck though. But 3 small mana flasks, we can make a medium. Probably not even worth it. So yeah, got a little dead-ended here, it looks like. So this is a little bit of an awkward layout. So I'll try to make a mental note of this. This kind of thing happens in this. So it'll definitely be up here then, but that's bizarre. Yep, okay. Skill you gonna use mid and endgame? I'll probably, well, I definitely want to use Tectonic Slam endgame because they're buffing Tectonic Slam, and I've always liked that skill anyway. And they're also buffing two-handers, so I'm gonna be doing a staff two-hander Tectonic Slam, Chieftain. So full fire conversion, you know, full endurance charge up time, stacking endurance charges, that kind of thing. Should be a nice, tanky, fairly high damage, pretty good AoE. We were talking earlier about what I'm going to do for single target. I'm either just going to swap to a Conk effect, or I'm going to probably do a Molten Strike. I can do double 6-link. It'll be pretty easy to get a 5-link as a staff user as well. Well, I do plan on using Hegemone's Era if possible, but I can also just do Jungle Valleys and get the 5-link staff card and get a high base damage staff through that, because those are really easy to farm. You can get like a bunch of them and just you can get like a decent amount of 5-link staffs in just a few maps. Generally speaking, like you can get almost an entire 5-link staff per map if you just elk it sometimes. So it's really very consistent way to get a good 5-link in the early game. Get all these grouped up guys going here. Super cool in the video. Yeah, I thought it looked cool too. And it's just been something I've been a fairly big fan of. So then, are you going to solo self-found this league? No, but I'm playing solo self-found standard for this practice because A, I don't have a lot of stuff in this, so I don't have to go through. And B, oh yeah, I forgot to get War Banner. That's a pretty big deal. I should also be looking for at least a 3-link. I'm still on a 2-link. Get that onslaught in there. That'll speed things up quite a bit. Also, the bad thing about Marauder, and one thing you always notice really early while leveling a Marauder, is that I'm already only at 81% chance to hit. Marauders have awful starting accuracy because of their low base dexterity. So that is something to be wary of. You notice a lot of the hits missed. Precision is something we'll get, of course, after beating... oh, what's his name? The big zombie dude. That was the mid-boss. Not Cole. The one that is like Cole. Brutus. So once we beat Brutus, we'll get precision. That should help a bunch. But yeah, it's always something you have to definitely watch out for. There are some accuracy nodes you can get. First league since synthesis, I go solo self-found. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about going solo self-found. Hey, this next league's a crafting league, so it is probably the best possible one to go solo self-found if that's something you're interested in. Want to see the patch notes? Yeah, I'm not making my final decision either until I see the patch notes, of course. You know, there might be other stuff I want to do, but yeah, the fact that currently this is one I'm going to practice because it's something I've wanted to do anyway, and it looks like everything involved in it is going to get buffed, hopefully. So yeah, of course I'm not going to make my final decision right away. Last league, I didn't decide what my league starter was until the day of the league start. So, and it turned out awful. My last league start was really bad, but it was pretty fun. It was probably the worst league start I've ever done, to be honest. It was a wander, and it was not very good. But, you know, sometimes you have to risk it for the biscuit, right? It could have been really overpowered. Those crafts, yeah, I think the crafts look insane. All right, I'm going to pick up all the blues to sell for that kind of stuff. Exit. I still have my league starter from last league highlighting all of the wands that I'm not going to use here. All right, let's go ahead and finally get our stuff. Protector is good. Decoy totem's good. I think we would want to pick up Ancestral Protector here. Steel Skin is useful, I suppose. I thought we got Dash. Apparently not. All right. I don't like to manually cast Steel Skin, and I'm going to use a Vol Molten Shell anyway later. So I'll probably just get rid of that for... Okay, so we're going to look for move speed boots again. We're not going to get them. We're going to look for a decent 3-link if possible. This costs an armor scrap. We can't use it because of the dex requirement anyway. Yeah, so it looks like no good on this stuff. But we'll pick this up, and I think for both the dex and the accuracy, we are going to pick up versatility very early. And then we could also, another thing we can of course do, if we had a transmute, we technically have one in our stash, but I'm not going to use it. Is pick up a Jade Amulet, and that's why you sell the blue ones usually, but if I run low on Wisdom Scrolls, I pick those up. But I think for now what we will do, we don't even have the links to, or the slots to put in a, oh yeah, Ancestral Protector. I swear you got that from that. Am I wrong? Is it later? Blood and Sand. War Banner, that's what I meant. So we'll pick up War Banner. We'll throw that in. Actually, we'll throw that in over Ancestral Protector for now. There you go. Arc with Archmage. Support Unleash. It was terrible in the beginning, and then a week later, 30x. I'm doing 1 million damage per hit, and I'm one-shotting legions. Yeah, that's one of those high investment, high risk, high reward, right? Yeah, it seems worth it. Yeah, Archmage was great. They're probably going to nerf Archmage, so get that out of the way. Maybe they won't nerf everything about Archmage. They might just... It sounds like they're definitely nerfing the way it interacts with Stormbrand, but I don't think they'll nerf Archmage overall. I don't know. I think it's one of those few things that really elevates self-casters, and they definitely don't want to get rid of that. But yeah, I think it worked better than intended with Stormbrand. True. Well, what I like to generally do is start with a build that requires a small amount of investment but can still be upgraded very easily. Like, for instance, Blade Storm Gladiator is a good example of that. Blade Storm Gladiator, or just regular Blade Storm Gladiator with the extra little bit of bleed for bleed explosions. Oh yeah, that's a big deal. You're right. I heard that in the interview with Ziggy D and Chris Wilson. Yeah, that's a huge deal actually. So yeah, now Brand Recall is going to cost mana based on the mana spent to initially cast the brand. And that's actually going to make a very large difference in that build. And also your brands are going to expire more frequently and require recasting. I don't know why I'm killing so much here. I'm already level 8. Spell Slinger was supposed to be the trade-off. It was just ignored completely compared to Archmage. True, but Spell Slinger is probably one of the most fun overall builds there. Now I'm at 97% accuracy, so just those two really helped, and getting the Dex and Intelligence is really going to open up a lot of gear choices for us, which is important because, well, we're going to need some gear in order to get some sockets here shortly. I should definitely be watching out for a helmet. I might even have to consider a body armor potentially. But yeah, I think Spellslinger is one of the most fun mechanics they've put into the game in a long time, and it synergizes with a lot of other cool trigger things as well. You know, the big trade-off being it's hard to run auras on a Spellslinger build, of course, but I mean, if you're casting multiple spells every attack and you're attacking with Barrage, for instance, you're attacking very frequently, can be very, very powerful still. But yeah, with Stormbrand, Archmage was indeed very, very powerful, Daniel. I agree. It was too strong, way too strong. And it's not that easy, or it's not that difficult to pull off either. It just requires the corrupted gems, which are really easy to make. I corrupted a bunch of Cobalt jewels, not gems, jewels. I corrupted like 50 Cobalt jewels and got like 2 or 3 of them. It wasn't that hard to get. So Ryan steals memes, the most heinous of crimes. Hey, I'm just reposting. I'm honoring your memes, man. I saved it because it meant so much to me. Another league with no love for totems? Hey, we don't know that yet. There could be love for totems. Now, I feel like they probably would have mentioned it if there was, so you might be right, unfortunately. But we don't know that for sure. I thought Maim came from this, right? Added fire? Maybe not. Maybe I'm... Oh, Maim does come from this. I still don't have a transmute, though. I have one in my thing. So, alright. We definitely need to make sure we have 2 transmutes by this point. I want to check for move speed boots. We do have movement speed boots. They're level 9, and they require a transmute again. Well, alright. Any 3 sockets? This one costs an armor scrap. We also don't have that. We would probably pick up this. How about staves? Any good staves? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, not so good on the gear front. Added fire is more consistent damage than Ruthless. Ruthless is more damage overall, but less, you know, it's every 3 attacks. So we would want to do added fire, having to choose between the 2. We would probably do Ruthless and Maim if we had a 3-link, though. So we'll have to go back and purchase them. For now, we're going to pick up every blue and yellow item we've come by and sell them unidentified. And that's something we should do right from the beginning, though, because we're clearly going to need transmute. So I'm gonna... What I should be doing right now is writing all of this down in a notepad for future reference. But I can always rewatch. I'll probably just rewatch my stream and write down all of my notes that I come up with. PSO2, like all of my other friends, all of my other online friends are playing PSO2 right now. I didn't know it was free to play, so actually I'm considering doing it too. I don't think they're buffing brands. They're definitely nerfing the most prevalent playstyle for brands. I think they were afraid they were going to nerf them by making it so that you have to cast them and you can't infinitely refresh their duration. So I think they're bringing them a little bit more in line. But yeah, overall, I would say compared to the current play style of brands, it's probably actually going to end up being a nerf. Because right now you can cast your brands once, and then you never have to recast them again. You can just drag them along with you in the map, infinitely refresh their duration, and that's it. So yeah, I actually think it's level 16 bouncer. Yeah, the bouncer looks cool. I watched a video on it. I'm actually considering playing some PSO2 here for sure. So yeah, I think compared to the current form, I actually think brands are going to be weaker overall. Like, you're not going to be able to have infinite duration, super low overall mana cost compared. Like, you have the initial cost Archmage Stormbrand totems, or not Stormbrand totems, but Stormbrands. There you go. Leech or add flat HP. Yeah, you can get, I suppose. Yeah, leeches or suffers the same kind of issue as minions. Is without a lot of investment into survivability, they just kind of go poof in the end game, which sucks. Yeah, our damage is feeling really weak now with our level 1 staff here with no mods. But, you know, it's Brutus. It's not that hard. We can drop down our banner and do some burst. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Alright, let's pick our banner back up. Oh, God. I thought we could be okay. I guess we are wearing nothing but boots and gloves at the moment, so we can't exactly take hits. I shouldn't have walked up into that. Luckily, we have 2 mana pots as well. So yeah, this is real slow damage. Ideally, we would have a better staff, but we just never found one. Or at least I didn't see one. I wasn't paying too much special attention to that, so... Boy, this is a pretty intense Brutus fight here. I can't just meme him down with Stormburst Mines. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nope. Alright. We don't want that. Alright. I think we can just take him down from here. There you go. Alright. We're going to pick as much of this up as we possibly can. So, yeah, that was pretty intense. We definitely want the saber. It'll be worth more. Put this in here. Yeah, we'll just take that. Okay, and we can log out. Hey, going full garden warfare then? Yep, it's going plants versus zombies if you're doing a minion build. We're going Farmville or the what's that new one? Animal Crossing. I guess it's not new, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that's fair. I did I did a lot of totem builds when I first started playing, or just generally speaking. I did a lot of totem builds. Yeah, I've done a ton. And yeah, I would like to see totems see a little bit of love too. We'll pick up the Sapphire Ring. We actually have a transmute now, but we did level up, so that'll be gone. We'll go ahead and take Leap Slam. We definitely need to look for both still movement speed. Yeah, unfortunately they're gone. And we're also looking still for a 3-link. I think we'll just take this one, and we'll go ahead and pop in Ground Slam, Added Fire, and Onslaught for now. And then we can pop War Banner and Ancestral Protector into this. We got a Primitive Staff, which is an upgrade. That would require a Blacksmith's Whetstone. We don't have it. I'm just gonna go ahead and yeah, we'll just leave it there. We can pick up we can pick one of those up. It's fine. I want to play like it is a league start. So if we don't have the stuff, Freezing Pulse, I can't imagine going back to Flame Totem. The clear speed was ridiculous. Yeah, that's true. And you get, you know, all of those extra projectiles and everything basically for free. With the Threshold Jewel, which is a pretty big idea. You get a lot more range. Yeah, it's just, overall, it seems much better for sure. We need a helmet. The first helmet that drops we need to put on for sure. Hey, an elk. Sick. We'll need those too. Luckily, a lot of the stuff we can't buy now is stuff we would have replaced later on anyway. So that's not too big of a deal. But yeah, we'll need a few transmutes before Brutus, and then some other stuff. Make sure we can buy all the items. Not being able to jump down ledges here without Leap Slam. We kind of under-leveled a little bit. I'm used to Delirium, where you end up over-leveled almost no matter what you do, if you even do just a little bit of Delirium content. Speaking of Holy Flame Totem, while you're leveling, I've leveled so many characters with in Delirium that I'm used to just skipping a huge majority of things to the point where I end up too low level to use my skill gems even. Okay, pick this up. Nice juicy pack here. Go ahead and clear that out. Oop. Kinetic bolt. Yeah, I tried doing a kinetic bolt start, and it was pretty, and it was alright. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever done, but it didn't feel that good as a league starter. I wouldn't recommend it. It was worth trying, though. You know, it was fun. I enjoyed myself to a certain degree. Yeah, we'll do this. Go ahead and Leap Slam. Desperately need some gear. Any, like, strong box would be appreciated. Yeah. Good skill once you got Barrage Support, but a man 38, yeah, it's Barrage Support certainly makes it a lot better. But yeah, it would have been a great like second or third build, I think, honestly. But being a first build was not great. That's fair. Some people like doing just one character per league. I like to make a lot of characters. This is probably, although this isn't in the league, I suppose, but since this last league started, this is probably my 12th or 13th character at least, so. And that's pretty common for me. Well, usually I'd say I average like 8 to 10 somewhere per league. So I've probably made more characters than is common in this league for me. I just had a lot of ideas. I still have a lot of ideas that I never got to fully realize, unfortunately. They could give all info, so at least I could end. They will, eventually. Eventually. Yeah, they like to drag it out because it's better for press and it's better to keep the hype. Otherwise, we'd know everything and then we'd just be waiting. So I can understand from a marketing perspective why they like to do it the way they do it. You know, obviously it's a little bit inconvenient, but all right, I'm way too low level to use my level 12 gem, but I'll just go. I'll grab it once I clear out the cave, I suppose. It'll probably be down here 5-10 days before release. Yeah, usually the full patch notes come out like what, 2-3 days before release is generally how it goes, so it'll probably be something like that. All right, there it is. Oop. Oh well, we can get those while they're out. YouTube will be overflowing with guides. True. I gotta be one of the ones to make the first if I can, or one of the first. I mean, I'll probably just do a guide on whatever league starter I intend on doing. Or I might do... Yeah, I might just do a more general guide with a bunch of ones that I think are tried and tested that I think would make good league starters. Like, you know, Vortex Occultist is always a good solid one. Like, I have high doubts, or I have my doubts that anything will drastically reduce the effectiveness of that. There are good mining builds or mine builds that you can start with that are going to be strong. Icicle Mine is always good. True. Well, the thing about totem builds, they're really, yeah, they are good league starters because they don't require a lot to kind of get going in a strong way. I'll go ahead and take that leather belt. Like, you can get into mid-tier, upper-tier maps relatively easy with the totem build without requiring a lot of gear, and they're also very safe, generally speaking. But once you start getting up into like tier 16 maps, you run into issues with your totems dying. You run into issues with not having enough damage. Although my last flame totem build that I had, my flame totem inquisitor, or maybe it wasn't Inquisitor, I don't remember, but the one that I used, I tested this league because people were saying it wasn't effective anymore, and it still, I killed the Minotaur with it pretty easily. The Shaper Guardian Minotaur, was clearing tier 16 maps with it without making any changes to it. I just went on my standard version of the character and I was able to do that. So clearly Flame Totem at least is still somewhat competent. Granted, I have decent gear on it, but it isn't like multi-exalt for every piece. It's like maybe 5 exalts for all of my gear combined. Maybe 10 in like a newer league. So hey, how's it going, Mateus? Copy of copy of copy. So yeah, it's still a competent build to at least a certain degree. It's certainly not top tier. You know, Cirrus might be a bit of a problem with it. Maybe not, because totems allow you to reposition very easily. So, yeah, maybe I haven't tried it. So I haven't tried, like, fighting some of the new endgame bosses with it yet, like the Conquerors, although I'm sure it would have no problem against the Conquerors. Favorite Arc Mines? Oh yeah, Arc Mines was a great league starter. I did that the league before last, and it was really good. Didn't matter though, since in some level... Oh yeah, well, that's the thing about Delirium. Delirium was probably the rippiest mechanic we've ever had. Like, you'll hear almost any streamer say it. The Delirium was absurdly rippy. I'm not going to bother killing this, it's a pain. And it doesn't give me a lot of experience or anything. So yeah, I'm coming out here just because I remembered that there was a blue pack, and then I'll just save, quit back to town real quick. But yeah, the Delirium, I'd have insanely tanky characters die in Deliriums all the time. Well, not all the time, but at least occasionally, especially once you got deep enough. So here we would be looking to do... none of these seem appealing. Do they sell... Is there anything else here? Chain Hook, Sunder. Sunder is pretty good. We could do Sunder. Yeah, let's do Sunder. I like Sunder a little bit better than I like Ground Slam, I think. And now we still don't have a transmute, unfortunately. Yeah, I like Sunder better than Ground Slam. We'll see if we can grab any gear here. 3 link for 1 transmute again, that would have been okay. Not great or anything, but at least okay. And alright. Yeah, nothing really that we can pick up here that would be beneficial for us. Bleed Bow Gladiator. Yeah, I'm assuming they wouldn't make any changes to that. Zombie, Spectre, Necromancer. Yeah, those are all very, very solid. Necros are very consistent. Jessica's been league starting with Necromancer, well, every league, every single league. And, you know, she's never had any problem getting into maps very easily, solo self-found. I can't I can't Sunder with, yeah, you need a mace, scepter, axe, or staff. I can't use a sword. That would have been a nice find, overall. Our self-casters, where's... Wait, is he over here? Did I walk past him? Self-casters now due to brands coming in Harvest League? Oh, self-casters died? No, I think Archmage will still be strong, but you'll have to probably do it with like an Orb of Storms or like a duration type thing. I think it was Octavian. He did a, oh, I can't remember the skill's name. Cremation? No. Yeah, he did a Archmage Cremation self-cast. Basically any kind of duration. And the good thing with Orb of Storms as well is you can use something with an insanely fast cast time like Tempest Shield to proc it over and over again. And that's like one of the things you can do. You can also still use like a slow projectile ball lightning Archmage, and that'll like, you can just shoot it and then fall along the projectiles. It's up here. I could have just walked up to it, man. That's weird. That's awkward. Wah, wah. But yeah, I think self-casters are fine. You know, you pretty much need to be an Archmage these days for sure. Any ideas for a build that's pretty chill like totems, but can survive tons? Hate clicking nonstop? Yeah, Summoner. You can play a Summoner. Zombie Mancer, Baron strength stacking's very good. I did that. I do one of those almost every league. I didn't do one of those this league though, actually. But almost every other league I've done one of those. You know, that's the most chill play style you're going to get, really. If you want something where you actually have to do something every once in a while, well, brands. Brands are getting changes. I know you mentioned you don't really like brands, or maybe you just don't like the fact that they're getting kind of, well, not buffed, but changed at least. I could sell this for a lot of transmute shards if I don't identify it. Boy, I'm still, I guess I'm on a 3-link. That's fine. It's fine. Summoner is still clicking and stuff. I mean, you don't have to do a lot of clicking. You do your, the minion recall. I forget what it's called all of a sudden. Jessica popped down to the store, I think, so I can't ask her. She would know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't do a whole lot of clicking. And your offering, I guess. You use your offering if you want. You can almost automate that, though. Because you don't have to do like an SRS or skeleton one. You can do a pretty much fully automated zombie and specter summoner setup. And then you're just hitting 2 buttons. You're hitting your offering and you're hitting your recall thingy. Oh man, I'm getting frozen. Even with my cold resist ring. I had a skill tree set up for this, but I forgot to memorize it. I'll have to memorize it for next time. When I get that wisdom scroll. It's so important, gotta go back and get frozen for it. Cold skills just seem to be more handy when harvest comes because the monsters seem fast as hell. Yeah. Get all that chill effect. I actually have a really nice chill effect, like bone chill, vortex. I was going to make a guide on it, but I don't know if I will or not. We'll see. So we want to get up by the staff stuff for sure. I think what I'll do for now is just head up into the Templar area. I think that should be fine. We still have small mana flasks too. Just clicked Q. Flasks were annoying. Install an auto clicker. Yeah. Don't let GGG hear that. I don't think that's legal. I think that's against TOS. So if they detect that you're doing that, I'm pretty sure that's banhammer. I wish it could be like the China server where they have, or the China client where they have, you can bind all of your flasks to one button, or like customize as many flasks as you want onto a single key. But unfortunately, that's not what GGG wants for us, not their design. Yeah, they do ban bots. They just can't ban all the bots all the time. But they definitely do ban waves. You hear about it all the time. Like, you hear, well, I guess you don't hear about it too often, but if you kind of like follow sometimes on Reddit, they'll talk about how a huge like farm of bots get banned. So they definitely do ban bots. There are just so many of them. It's hard to ban every single one of them. And of course, they can always make new accounts. That's the problem with free-to-play games. Yeah, I wouldn't risk it either. I don't think it's worth it. But hey, whatever you want to do, I'm not your mom. You can do what you want to do. I do not encourage it. In fact, I would actively discourage it. But yeah, I can't stop you. Yeah, summoners are very similar too in the way that they do everything and you just run around and pick everything up. Except even less maintenance most of the time. Like, you get a majority of your DPS still. Yeah, that's fair. But not necessarily worthwhile to me. I would rather risk the arthritis. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I already have, to some degree at least, carpal tunnel syndrome from all the gaming I've done in my life. I definitely have persistent and chronic wrist pain. But I try to do stretches, and that helps a lot. So, currency flipping bots, yeah, there's definitely a lot of them. That being said, I find trading with bots to be a more pleasant trading experience a majority of the time. Yeah, we're still using a gnarled staff. This is not the way things were supposed to go. I just didn't seem to get any drops that were really anything I could use. But hey, now we know that this
Hello,
perfectly doable. How's it going, man? Hey, thanks for subscribing, Nij. Appreciate that, dude. Ooh. So now we know we can fight Merveil with just a white gnarled staff. Good to know. Ooh. There you go. Ooh. All right. This is an exciting fight. Oh, God. Even with our cold resist, we're getting perma-chilled here. Oh, I should pay more attention. So I hope you spawn ads soon. That would be great. Because I am out of flasks. I guess I can just go back and grab flask charges. Oof. Okay. We got a flask charge back. This is the longest Merveil fight. This is like old POE. If any of you guys played POE back in the day, it was like this. Like every boss fight was like this. It's what happens when you use a level 1 weapon. Ooh, without any mods. You not. Oop. The most exciting fight of the century. Oop, want to make sure we kill those red ones before they explode on us. Get the flash charge. I will read. Alright, so maybe I should consider leveling something else. Like, maybe Sunder isn't that good. Although, I would probably... Do I even have currency? I guess I could have... I didn't even pick up a higher tier staff, though. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Technically, I should just portal back at this point. And usually I also wouldn't have had such poor luck, or maybe it was my attention span and not my luck. It's entirely possible that I just missed mana flasks on the ground. Yeah, high skilled fight. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die when it's at 0 health. There you go. Easy, easy clap. I'm just gonna take this mallet. It's not worth not... I should have done that before. I got too caught up in the idea of just using the staff for no reason at all. All right. Pick up the longbow. There you go. All right. So I missed a lot. Don't care about essences. Have gone to a physical therapist for your wrists. I have not. I don't have medical insurance, so can't go to a physical therapist, unfortunately. I used to be covered, and I went to a physical therapist for my back, but yeah, I've never been specifically for my wrist, unfortunately. And not to make this bad on League start. Yeah, let's hope I can do that. Well, to be fair, it's because I decided I was just going to use staffs. That's really dumb. I don't have any staff specific things. So obviously, I saw a bunch of mallets on the ground throughout that. Yeah, that was a pretty harsh one for sure. Pretty harsh. Find a new weapon or helmet yet? I did not find a helmet yet. I might have seen a helmet, but I didn't pick one up. So I'll go ahead and get that. Alright, we now have transmutes. Oh boy. So, should probably continue to look for... You know, I just need something to hold my links. So I'm just going to pick that up. That cost me my 1 transmute. Worth. Can check for movement speed. Nope. Alright. Go ahead and pick that up. Yeah, that's fair. I do have, I did have a rustic sash. There, I have a rustic sash. I can go ahead and do a recipe once I can afford. Yeah, now that I have a mallet, things are dying super quick. I don't know why I went all the way back for a portal scroll. I have 8 portal scrolls because I've just been logging off. What I really need is new flasks as well. Okay. Yeah, our damage is fine. We just need to pick a mallet off the ground. So a valuable lesson was learned that day. Got some booze. Yeah, sick. Sick. All right, so we got some drinks. I have a drink here. It's well, it's Tito's vodka, which is a very good vodka. If you've never had it, it's very smooth. And then we have these hard seltzers. So I mixed it with the hard seltzer. It's pretty decent. All right, so now we have a level 13 staff. We can go ahead and good stuff. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna sneeze here in a second. Okay. Excuse me. Ooh. Ooh. That was a big one. We needed the whetstones because, well, I guess we don't really need them now. Haven't seen an essence mob at all, so that's pretty uncommon at this point. Oh man. Feel another sneeze coming. A stubborn one though. Yeah, it's fine. It went away. Gotta love that urge to sneeze that just disappears suddenly. Or the sneeze that you think is gonna go away and then it comes out and it feels like your eyes are gonna pop out. That's always fun. Yeah. Okay. That's 1.3 attack speed. That's also 1.3 attack speed. One of the things about the skills that are commonly used with two-handers is their attack speed multiplier. Somebody on the subreddit was talking about using sweep, and that's all fine and dandy and everything, but sweep has a 70% effectiveness of attack speed, and that feels really bad. Like, slow attack speed feels awful. Just the wind-up time and everything. And I think they're trying to make it so that maybe that kind of stuff feels better, like it feels separate. Like you're just swinging a big, slow two-handed weapon and it just devastates everything on the screen. I'm hoping for a really big buff to two-handed weapons. At least decent. Maybe they could buff some of the... They're probably not going to buff the attack speed. They're probably just going to buff the base damage numbers, bring them all up a little bit. More than likely. We'll see though. And then of course you lose the dual wielding bonus as well, which is a more damage multiplier. There's a lot of reasons why two-handed doesn't work that well. The slow swings, yeah. Slow swings just don't feel good. Maybe if the payoff is good enough, it'd feel fine, like a charge up type of skill, like a channeling skill. I didn't like Divine Ire, for instance, at first, but because the damage is so high, it actually feels like a decent payoff. You get this nice little charge up, although that scales to the point where if you do have good enough cast speed, it charges insanely quickly. So, yeah, I'm not really sure on that. There's a lot of things they can do. Hey, how's it going, Soulless Villain? How you doing today? Yeah, it's like a blueberry pomegranate seltzer water. It's pretty good. Makes a pretty decent mixer. Not getting me too tipsy too fast. I had one drink before the stream, so should be fine. Oh yeah, we can drop down our war banner and get a nice little burst of DPS, assuming I can tank this guy with my medium life flasks. I guess I can't. Oof. Yeah, I need flask upgrades. I could buy flask upgrades, but I mean, there are 3 wisdom scrolls. I only have 8 wisdom scrolls. It might be dire though. I was hoping I could just find them, but that's not really happening. And I can just face tank things. I'm also on only one damage link. I need to get on 3 damage links. It isn't worth, I'm not really able to run onslaught, I don't think. I think I need to do triple damage ones. So ideally we would, instead of added fire, be running maim and then brutality. But yeah, it just isn't working out like that. All good. First time catching you on stream, I had to stop by. Appreciate that, dude. Thanks for stopping in, man. Alright. So Herald of Ash. We're going to be using that into Endgame, so I don't know why I held on to Ground Slam. Alright, so we have Blacksmith's Whetstone now. So now what we can do, I think we need to magic this first. Ooh, that's a problem. That's a big problemo because we don't have any transmutes. Well, we'll have to wait. It's fine. Yeah, appreciate it if you dropped a like. That'd be nice. Always appreciated. You know, subscribe if you haven't already. I can't use Herald of Ash yet. Still learning the ropes a little bit on this character. Next attempt will be a lot better, I'm sure. Hopefully. Hey, there you go. Triple red. All right, let's go. All right, so what I'll do here, first of all, Herald of Ash needs to go in. Ground Slam can just plop on the ground here. Oh, I have my POB from my last character. I don't have a POB for this character. I'm just playing by ear, I guess. Yeah, I need to get to that. All right, so we're going to be switching Sunder over here. We're going to toss in Ruthless. I believe I have Ruthless for now. We're probably going to... I'll hold on to Onslaught. Still might use it. I think what I'll do is oh, it's not even worth it. I'll wait until I get new boots. There you go. That'll be a little bit better. And the Herald of Ash definitely helps a lot. So yeah, I need a transmute. I need to watch out for a transmute or any blue or yellow items that we get. Excuse me. Hey, Fabian, how's it going, dude? Doing good. I am personally doing very good. This character, well, it's leaving some to be desired so far, but, you know, this is my first dry run through. I didn't know what skills I was going to use ahead of time. What I'm going to do is after I'm done with the stream, I'm going to rewatch the stream and make a bunch of notes. And, yeah. Try to do it better next time, basically. So I'll probably practice this character at least 2 or 3 times all the way through to the end of Act 10 before the new league starts. I'm not 100% sure this is the one I'm doing, but, you know, there's a decent chance. And I'm really not used to leveling a Marauder. This is super awkward for me. I don't know what skills they get at certain levels. I don't play a lot of Marauders, just generally speaking. Yeah, it's definitely, well, as far as our special viral friend goes, not a lot has changed for me. Of course, I've been home, but yeah, there's a lot of other issues going on. But I'm, you know, I'm just doing what I've always done, playing games and hopefully preparing for the upcoming league, and hopefully it'll be a good one. I will probably league start a Marauder, but yeah, once again, I want to see the full patch notes, so I won't know for sure until like 2 days beforehand. But I would say there's a decent amount of there's a decent chance I start a, specifically I'm going to do a chieftain. I'm going to do a tectonic slam chieftain with stabs. Hopefully like a Hegemony's Arrow will be my starting endgame item. Alternatively, I'll just go into Jungle Valley and farm up 5-link stabs until I get one with a high base damage and just craft one. Depending on how good the crafting is Harvest League, or how good it is in Harvest League. Yeah, the patch notes should be interesting. Patch notes are always interesting. I'll definitely, when there is a... when the patch notes come out, I'll definitely do a stream and go over those and talk about what I think about it. So you guys can look forward to that. I'll do that pretty much, instead of being a scheduled stream, it'll just be whenever the patch notes come out. Oh, I forgot to get my other skill point too, so I got 2 skill points. I always forget that one for whatever reason. All right, go on here. I'll probably pop in and grab Holy Dominion. So Tectonic Slam, is that from killing... that's in Act 3, right? I think that's in Act 3. It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be in Act 3. So we'll go back here. Go ahead and kill the Weaver. That should be an interesting fight. We're definitely a little under-geared for it. Yeah, I'm sorry about by the way, the sound at the first like 10 minutes or so. It might have been longer than that even. But yeah, the beginning of the last stream, for some reason, my microphone input was at 54%. I didn't change the settings. I don't know how it happened. Or I don't think I did, at least. I don't know why I would have dropped it to 54. That's really low. Like, I wouldn't have done it for any like Audacity recording or anything. But I did just update a bunch of drivers, so it might have happened when that happened, because my sound was off. It was really weird. Act 3 right hand? Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So yeah, once we won't have a way to generate endurance charges very easily until we get our second ascendancy. So Tectonic Slam's not going to hit its full potential until then. But once we have the ability to easily maintain, actually I think we, yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I think it'll be our second ascendancy. So I think this build might end up feeling pretty weak. I might have to just level something completely different, or using a different method entirely, and I'll think about that a little bit. But yeah, doing like ground slam into Sunder hasn't felt that great, to be honest. Granted, I've been under geared the whole time, but even so. And also, this league mechanic is not going to be dropping currency and such like Delirium was, like candy. So I won't be able to reliably get like all the gearing and all of the currency that I need to buy the things as I level, like I was last league. And that'll be a little bit different. I don't know what kind of currency drops. Like I'm sure in the garden you'll have just regular drops more than likely, I would think. All right. So we picked dead end side. Unfortunate. Get our big old HP boost. So we're beefy, but we are weakling. We are beefy weakling. That silver coin. Oh yeah, I should be picking up blues. Yeah, this is a big problem. I need to get back into the swing of it, picking up blues while I'm leveling early on so that I can have transmutes. It's really important that I have transmutes. Because I need a transmute for MAME, because you don't just get MAME as for whatever reason for the skill or for the quest. Hey, finally we get an essence. That's useful, and it's a contempt too. Sick. So I'm wondering if I should just use the contempt on the staff, or if I should keep the contempt. I mean, it's gonna be, it's a weak contempt. It's a whispering, so it's not going to give a lot of damage. I think using the vendor recipe is just better, and I should just basically use this in elk for gear later on, or use this as an elk. I still haven't seen flasks. I don't know why, but flasks don't seem to be dropping. Either that or I'm completely blind to flasks, but yeah, I haven't even seen a large flask of any kind drop. I think I'm just getting remarkably unlucky, or I'm remarkably blind. Not really sure which it is. When I rewatch it, I'm probably going to watch myself walk right past like 50 flask upgrades. Not even think about it. If that's the case, then I might need to custom make it. Have you checked your filters? Yeah, I just changed my filter when I first started. So there shouldn't be any issues with my filters. Like, this is the filter I used for league start this past league, because it's the only like light filter I have, and I definitely had no issues finding flasks when I league started. So I didn't hide flasks or anything, because I customized this filter so that it would show wands using the highest or one of the higher notifications, bigger and everything. Alright. Oh yeah, I should be dropping my war banner, obviously. Okay. Put this here. Take the spike. Head back. What am... Oh. Because I logged off and didn't use the portal, it took me back to Act 1. That's right. Alright. Oop, we don't want to sell that. I think this might be enough. No, it's not going to be enough. I'm still not going to have a transmute. Oh, God. Why? Alright, you know what? I'm just going to use this on this. It's weak, but it's a lot better than this. We go from 84.8, which is quite low, to 112.9, which still isn't great, but we'll just we'll keep looking for a transmute, and we'll just use our whetstone thing for this. Oops, almost forgot. Alright, so we probably don't want added fire anymore for now. Probably just go with melee fizz. Actually, we might use added fire over ruthless for now. Alright. Yeah, it's more consistent damage at least. I can try going to the default filter. But yeah, there should be... Oh, I don't even think... Oh, there it is, default. Okay, I'll use the default filter. But yeah, there should be no way I have the flasks hidden in that one. Yeah, attack speed's so slow I canceled it there just by moving. Feels bad. I even have a little bit of attack speed. Hey, there's a Grand Life Flask. That's a start. Oh, I had a Greater Life Flask. I didn't even notice myself get that. Still very lacking in the Mana Flask. This is gonna be a crit build, so I am going to help Alira. That'll help with Mana Sustain. Because you get a lot of decent staff crit nodes along up by the Templar tree, and also you get the big melee crit node to the in between the on the far left between the Templar and the Marauder. I should be looking at all boots. Hey, look at that. Movement speed boots. 15% too. Sick. Haha. Worth. Totally worth. Alright, we'll drop our war banner for the extra deeps. Okay, I think it's worn off now. Pick it back up. Oop. Still want to pick up blue items. In the beginning, I like to do a lot of logging off just to preserve portal scrolls. We still don't have a transmute yet. Go do oak. Get that done. Oops, it's over here. Ooh, stretch. Deep Retribution, get some more attack speed and deeps. But yeah, Sunder isn't feeling necessarily like the way to go. It's a little bit too narrow. Sunder used to be like the leveling skill, but yeah, no, I'm not really feeling it right at the moment. Yeah, running slow sucks. Everybody hates running slow. It's the worst. Maybe I did have a... Because I feel like I'm getting a lot more blue items now. So I missed oak at some point. May as well go along the ridge here and grab some. Definitely want to be hitting strong boxes when we see them. And Grand Life Flask. Some, yeah, getting those yellows. There you go. Grab this. May as well open this up to get those, clear out some inventory space. And oak should be down here. Yep. Alright, kill oak. Clear out some of these guys. We're gonna... I probably shouldn't have dropped the banner during his immortal call, but... Gonna have to make a lot of adjustments if they want to bring two-handers up to par. Leveling melee seems painful compared to other skills. Yes. It's usually not this painful. I've kind of, like, I have weak gear. Generally speaking, I would have gotten more transmutes in the beginning, and that would have allowed me both to... Oh, I'm out of mana. Yeah, I still have small mana flasks. That's so crazy to me. But yeah, generally speaking, I would have picked up more blues and gotten transmutes in the beginning. But I didn't. All right. Alright, we finally got that taken care of. Got another Grand Life Flask. I'm just going to pick up, well, I'm going to get mana regen here soon anyway. Is there anything else we would want from this? There's Endurance Charge on melee stun. We might actually end up needing that, but I'll just come back and get it if I end up needing it. And, yeah, we're going to need LE damage with attacks for sure. I'll just pick that up later on, though. I'll have more currency and everything. So, so yeah, let's go to Alira. Alira is always on the side of the portal of the road. So you just follow, well, I don't even need to follow anything. You can kind of just go diagonally off into the wilderness and usually find her. You'll eventually see the road. There it is. See? You can... There's a path from the road, but you don't need it. It's helpful, but you don't need it. Okay. And the wetlands. Yeah, we'll start speeding up a little bit though eventually. Our second ascendancy should speed us up pretty significantly. Artisans, this is huge. Man, getting these early on is always so nice. What's my accuracy at? 94? It's not that bad. I seem to be missing a lot from all things considered. Oh, I forgot to get precision. That's pretty big. I should go back and grab precision. I'll do that at the next waypoint, if I remember, at the Northern Forest. Yeah, I definitely need precision on this because you don't get a lot of accuracy as a marauder. Hey, Grand Mana Flask. You know, I almost missed that. I probably just missed a lot of Mana Flasks. I need to get better at seeing those. I would be willing to bet that I'm just literally blind. Nope. Looking for better boots, always looking for better boots. Boots are one of those things you kind of identify pretty much every one you get. Like, there's lots of things you can just ignore throughout most of the leveling process, but boots are not one of them. Hey, speed. Oh, look at this. I have a normal attack speed now. Yeah. Still doesn't feel that great, but you know what? It's better than this. Better than what it was. Gotta get a decent amount done. Let's see, after Iron Staff, I also need to remember base types. I mean, it'll just be a new staff that I haven't seen, so that won't be so hard, but oh yeah. That's so much better having the, Sledgehammer is 17, I could do that. Need to not get, until we actually get our staff nodes, which won't be until much later, we need to be using, every kind of weapon we get. Well, every one that we can use with whatever skill we decide to level up with. I want that chrome. Should have picked that up. It wasn't even worth it, but you know, I did it anyway. Okay, pick up Retribution. That's pretty nice. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and head back to town. We can transmute this. Chance this. Sell this. I gotta separate these. So this, and this. We get our 47% physical damage. Augment that. Stun threshold. 31 to 47 with 1.3 compared to 13 to 40. So that's a very significant DPS upgrade. I don't have a lot of places to put. I don't want to reforge sockets. I'll hold on to the gloves. Probably should have actually identified them first, but that's fine. So we're going to be watching out for more. I need to get used to watching out for rustic sashes and getting as many rustic sashes as I can reasonably. Yeah, the AoE just doesn't feel that good, and okay, none of those are rustic sashes. What I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably set up my filter, custom filter for my league start, and set it to look for rustic sashes. In fact, before tomorrow's stream, what I'll do is I'll set up a custom filter, and we'll try it again. I'll really try to emphasize flasks so I don't miss them. Flasks, rustic sashes, and stabs, two-handers, Two-handed maces and staves. The maces I'll have drop off by like the end of Act 3, maybe like level 36 or so. Pick up the copper plate. 5 life. Oh yeah. It's better than what I have. Alright. And from here, so this part I don't really have planned out that well. I could go down here, or I could go through this butchery all the way through barbarism and then head up the side. That might be an option as well. And then I can start getting staff specific ones. Probably just grab all the life first. Like I'll grab barbarism, I'll grab devotion, that kind of thing. Because you want to switch to specific damage types probably as late as you can get away with. I don't know if my damage will drop off too far until then though. Alright. Get out. You know, it's starting to feel a little bit better. We are still running... Oh, we're running added fire, that's right. Yeah, added fire isn't so bad at this point. We are going to do full fire conversion at a certain point. We're not using elemental damage with weapons because we would replace the added fire. And that isn't particularly good. Probably at least look at these. Nah. Not worth losing the sockets. Or having to reforge the sockets. Which we can't really do. We do have a fusing. But no jewelers. Ah, I forgot to get precision. That's right. I kind of want it. I'm going to just go back and grab it. It won't take too long. It's an Act 1. We'll get rid of Onslaught. Guess we're not going to use Onslaught to level more than likely. Could do. Probably not. Alright, what I like to do is I like to take my auras and stack them on my alternate so that we can toggle them on and off. Banners I do like to keep on my middle mouse button though because... Oops, I'm dumb. Oh well, we got to kill a blue pack out of it. It was worth it. Alright, let's go back. We already had a thing here. Oh, the default filter has a fun little sound for divination cards. And so, yeah, it's weird playing with the default loop filter though. Yeah, I'll definitely have a custom filter by tomorrow. It seems like the early game's what I'm going to have the most trouble with, so I might just rerun the early game tomorrow as well. I might just re-roll. again with the new filter, see if that helps out quite a bit. Alright, and how are we doing as far as our level? We're one level under zone level, which is actually pretty good. That's generally pretty close to what I want to usually stay. So, because that means we're usually going to be able to use our skill gems as we get them when we're about that level. So, yeah, it works out pretty well. Okay, go ahead and do this. Grab Butchery next. Butchery is going to be a pretty big deeps upgrade. Going for Tectonic Slam Chieftain. Yep. Yeah, it looks really good. Ice Crash. Ooh, that seems pretty solid. Yeah, I'm going to do a Tectonic Slam Chieftain with staves, not stabs. And probably going to go maybe like Hegemony's Era. That's a very powerful melee staff. But I'm definitely also going to try self-crafting a staff, since there's going to be a lot of cool crafting options. I figure, you know, melee is a little gear dependent, but this is the league to try for gear dependent starters, since it's crafting. So, and very powerful crafting as well. Like really, really powerful crafting. So, God, I have so many ads to kill. I don't even do that much damage to the ads. It's pretty pitiful. Maybe I need to pick up damage nodes first. Like the one I'm going for now, for instance, maybe I need to make sure I'm getting that super early. Yeah, I think maybe I need to go for damage earlier, because I have way more than enough HP for what I need at this point. There's no point in me having as much HP as I currently have at all. Alright, let's see if we can hit both this and the ad at the same time. It's hard to see. The colors, one of the things I noticed, well, first of all, when I upgraded my graphics card, but also with the Vulkan renderer, is it seems like the colors are a little bit darker. Like, I don't know about you guys, how it shows on the stream, but the colors look really dark. Also, I am wearing my glasses, but that hasn't been an issue in the past. Might have to change, like, it seemed like a lot of settings changed when I changed my drivers, when I upgraded my drivers. So I might have to fix some things. Yeah, long ass fight here. One of my slower runs overall, like even as far as starters, but yeah, I think it'll take some getting used to. I've heard Marauder is a little bit rough to level early on anyway, and there's a lot of reasons for that. If I had picked up Precision earlier, I think it could have been a little better. There you go. All right. Sick. Okay. That's good. Yeah, not really anything we can pick up there. Yeah. But I'm very much wondering numerically, like, how are they going to buff two-handers? Are they going to change implicits? Are they going to just numerically buff like 10 or 15? Excuse me. Ooh. I'm dying. I hope not. Level 24, not quite level for the giant flasks yet. So at level 25, we can start getting 4 links. Thank you. Yeah, level 25, we can start getting 4 links. So we'll wanna check the store out around there. When you come in here, one of the things, I needed a vendor anyway, so when you first come to the door, if you just save quit, you end up in the middle of town instead. You don't have to walk all the way around. It's a lot faster. Still might need some transmutes. I don't seem to be finding them on the ground. I guess that's better than a white coral amulet, huh? Just throw that on the ground. They're actually they're refurbishing the apartment next door still, and I think I've been sneezing a lot lately, and I think one of the reasons for that is there's probably a bunch of dust and stuff that's been knocked loose. So I think I'm just getting a lot of dust like through the vents because we've had the central air on because it's been pretty warm. So I think like just a lot of dust has been getting into my sinuses, unfortunately. I hope that's what it is. Yeah, anybody watching, I think like 2 streams ago or so, there was a lot of noise. It's a little less, they got most of the tearing down stuff done, I think. I think they're like installing doors and whatnot now, which is a little bit easier on it. Get that. Want to pick up chromatics, especially ones that only take up 3 inventory spaces. Coiled staff. So coiled staff is what we're going to be looking for next, it looks like. Socketed cold gems. Oh, man. Yeah. 1.3 still. Pretty consistent 1.3 attack speed for most of the early game stabs, it looks like, or staves. Kind of slow, especially considering Sunder has a 75% attack speed multiplier, which is pretty bad. I'm not a huge fan of that. Might try to find maybe a leveling skill I can use that has something a little bit less harsh, a little less steep. Right, got some blue packs here. Yeah, we still want to make sure we're looking out for rustic sashes. I probably overlooked rustic sashes. There's a fusing. There's a coiled staff with 5 sockets. Whoa. Sick. I don't really want to fight these guys. I'm not going to. Not worth the time and effort. there are much squishier packs we can kill. Brass maul, pick that up. We want to... Normally we wouldn't do our flasks when we're in an area. That's pretty dangerous, but we have a lot of life. I'm just going to do it. Oop. And here we are in the boss room. Ooh, 69% physical damage. Required level 27.
Welcome to Behind
Hey, Abner. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that, dude. Oop. Okay, try to line everything up a little bit and still damage Ziri. Or Piety. Ziri. That level 24 at Ziri kill. OP. Ooh. Any guides on how to make the axe more quick? Actually, I do have a guide on leveling through the axe a little bit faster. Yeah, usually, well, this one it's taken me an hour and 44 minutes to get into Act 3, which is a little slow, but yeah, usually on a fresh character it takes me something like 6 to 10 hours, depending on how much I engage with the content, the league content, and how hard it is. But yeah, I have a couple of videos on that, actually. I would link them, but I don't remember what they're called, and I don't really know where they are, so... I don't think we'll be using any of these, so... Pride we're not going to be using because we're going to do full physical conversion. Alright. What we could also do, we could wait until level 27 and use this. Actually, that's a more efficient use of our resources, so I'm going to do that. I was going to craft the coiled staff, but I think I'll probably just use the death maul for now when I hit level 27. I think we can probably manage up until that point. And I'm just going to go on right on through here and grab this. But yeah, I have like 2 videos on leveling through the axe faster, I think. Pretty useful. One of them's more recent, I think. It's probably one of the more recent videos I did overall. It's, I think it's... Oh. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind finding it, I would appreciate that. I'll have Jessica find it and she'll link it in chat. Alright, make sure we're getting everything here. Oop. Wrong way. God, I'm feeling so sneezy right now.
Do you know about how long ago?
I feel like one of them was really recent.
There's one called OP Melee Leveling.
That's not it. That one's more specific. What do you have them sorted by? Oh, there's a lot of live streams. What's that? One of them's the one, I remember it was the one we did the really clickbaity thumbnail, the like level 1 noob, level 90.
Oh, that was so long ago.
Yeah, but there was a more recent one I did too. The one that I put a lot of effort into and didn't get that many views. I don't remember which one it is though. It has like 10,000 views or something. Yeah, I can't remember all the videos I do. I do a lot of videos. That isn't it, no. It's like a beginner's guide to gearing while leveling or something like that. There's that one, which is very helpful for getting through faster. Maybe or like early game. I don't remember what it was called. Man.
Beginner's gearing guide?
That might have been it. How many V's does it have?
Okay. It was 6 months ago.
6 months ago? That might have been it. Is it the one where I have like all the annotations and everything on it? Yep, that's one.
This is one?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Okay. Should I link this one?
Yeah, link that one, and then link the one of the other ones I have is one of my higher viewed ones, because I use the clickbaitiest thumbnail of all time.
I can grab that.
Okay, it wasn't that clickbaity, but it was like a parody of those mobile game ads. There's one. Yeah, so you can use that video. That one's helpful. It helps you. It talks about some of the, like one of the ones I used earlier. Right now, ooh, rustic sash. Right now I'm using Sunder, which is, I wouldn't highly recommend leveling with it. It hasn't been very good, if I'm being honest. It used to be a really great leveling skill, but it doesn't feel that great right now. Yeah, so try those two, Abner. Those might help you out. One of them focuses more on just like different things you can do while leveling to make it go faster, and the other one focuses more on gearing while leveling. Like one of the, well, I'm not going to use it right now because I don't need to, because I have a weapon coming up at level 27 here, so pretty shortly. But yeah, one of them is using what I used to create this, just like creating leveling weapons, and it talks about the kind of stuff you should look for as far as gearing. Yeah, it doesn't feel good at all, but luckily I'm pretty close to getting Tectonic Slam, which is going to be hopefully my main skill. I don't know how that'll feel before. I know it'll feel good once I get my second ascendancy, but before my second ascendancy, I'm not sure how that's going to feel, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, that's why we're testing. This is our very first test of this character out of probably a couple of tests I'm going to do before League starts. So I can see what I want to do, just in case I want to start the Tectonic Slam Chieftain. But yeah, once we have our second ascendancy, we'll have like permanent full endurance charge up and a lot of bonuses from having our full endurance charges. So like a lot of damage and AoE and such. True. Yeah, we don't know what they are just yet, but we have kind of an idea. Like we know that there's going to be a big buff to the slow hitting. There's going to be a new support gem for the slow hitting skills, and that's going to be used with Tectonic Slam, or yeah, that sounds right, Tectonic Slam. And then we know that we're going to get like, well, just more damage from the two-handers one way or another. They're buffing two-handers. They didn't say exactly how they were going to do it, but there's only so many ways they can buff them. They can increase their base attack speed, which would be nice. They can increase the base damage, which I think is by far the most likely, or they can buff implicits or change implicits on them. That's going to kind of, that might be a possibility. They've done that before. They did that with bows, and yeah, that was pretty good. So they might do that as well. Maybe they could do both. It could be a combination of any two, but they did say they were buffing two-handers. They did say they were buffing Tectonic Slam, and we know that there's going to be a new thing. So yeah, I'm gonna wait, of course, until the patch notes come out to finalize what I'm gonna do as a league starter. I don't know for sure, but I think it's fairly likely that I'll do my Tectonic Slam, or I'll do a Tectonic Slam Chieftain with staves. I get all this juicy ribbon experience. I'm under-leveled. Even though I'm leveling slow, I'm also skipping stuff. A testament to my lack of damage. Yeah, because we've been playing just short of 2 hours and we're not even through Act 3. So, not super great. I mean, not the worst either. I've had worse, but it's definitely not good either. Don't want to kill the bosses. Level 26. So one more level and we can use our better weapon. That'll help a lot. Okay. For a second I thought I was going to fight Piety, but that doesn't seem to be right. What are your favorite Marauder builds? I really liked my strength stacking Blade Vortex Chieftain that I did a couple of leagues ago, but they nerfed Shaper's Touch, so that's quite a bit weaker now. But it had like 10,000 plus, like probably could have gotten 12,000 or so ES using Joffrey's Sanctuary, Shaper's Touch, and just stacking a lot of strength. And had really good damage and yeah, sustain, everything. It had it all. It was really good. So I enjoyed that a lot. That was probably my overall favorite Marauder build, but once again nerfed, unfortunately. So currently I don't really have a favorite Marauder build. You know, Berserkers are fun, like melee Berserkers.
Hello, friends. Welcome
hey,
to Hi Guys Gaming.
Depina, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. But yeah, I don't think I really currently have a favorite Marauder build. I'm hoping Tectonic Slam will become my favorite Marauder build, but we'll see. We'll see how it feels. Once we actually get the Tectonic Slam. Early game leveling has been rough. Go ahead and drop this off. Might need Dex. Mono, All Resist. Probably marginally better. We don't need the Int. We will need Int because of, well, we do plan on popping up here to get, and we'll get Int through that. So at some point we'll get Int, but I'm going to hold on to that just in case. So I like to grab this waypoint when I'm under leveled like I currently am, and then go and do the Dex. Cyclone seems boring. I enjoy Cyclone, but I like Cyclone Raiders or Cyclone Gladiators because they're really, really fast. So maybe not a huge fan of some of the other Cyclone builds. Oh yeah, I always like my Cyclone Slayer. That's like the OG Cyclone one. Molten Orb? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of cool Marauder builds, but I don't play Marauders very often. That's one of the things I'm having issues with at the moment, is I'm just really not familiar with like the quest rewards, and of course we do have 100% accuracy now with precision and taking a couple of accuracy nodes, but boy, that was rough in the beginning. You start off with like 87% chance to hit. That's really bad. I think you have like 10 base dexterity or something to begin with too. It's not great. Go ahead and grab this while we're here. Hey, how's it going, Joshua? I am going for a Tectonic Slam Chieftain using staves eventually. Not right now, but eventually. And so far, the early leveling has been pretty rough, actually, but, you know, I'm not familiar with Marauder, so maybe it'll get better as I get better at Marauder leveling. Go ahead and pick this up. Should probably not be bombing all my chance orbs. We'll want to use them for the library quest. Actually, I don't even know what I will need from the library quest, or if I'll need anything from the library quest for Tectonic Slam. I'll need to think about that before the next stream. Okay, we can finally switch over to this. Brings us from 441 DPS to 731. So that's a, oh man, taking the damage. Too many dogs. Yeah, that's a fairly substantial DPS increase. Almost double, not quite. Slow leap slam. What's the base attack? 1.2. It's even slower, man. Not great. Oh, 4-link. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. So now can grab this. Get that swapped over. Wait, was it down here? Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Oh, slow leap slams. Nope. Well, I was going the right way before. Royal Staff, 28. Yeah, we can do this. How many blacksmiths? Okay, 3, 4, 5. I could quality it up and then use the recipe. Probably shouldn't do this while running, but fine, I think. Yeah, we're fine. Easy. Easy. We walked right to it without looking at the screen at all. Alright, move. I guess for now we'll use Ruthless. Sure. Probably have to get something better for this, but yep, we got that. And it's been 2 hours, so I'm gonna call it a quit for tonight. I might start streaming a little bit more often. Well, I can't this weekend, but maybe starting Sunday or Monday, I might start streaming regularly, just so I can get back into the swing of things, because I'll probably do this mostly while streaming. May as well practice on stream is what I figure. So yeah, if you guys, I hope you enjoy. I'll make an announcement if that's what I plan on doing. I am going to stream tomorrow, though, either way. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I will see you next time.